Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It has been a hot minute since I have recorded a video, actually live. It hasn't been a hot minute since I've recorded videos. It's been a hot minute since I've actually uploaded one. I have so much content on this camera that I have not shared with you guys, and I really need to. But I did want to hop on here and do a quick video, which hopefully I can edit like that and then get up on the channel for you. And it's just about some updates, and then I just want to talk about one major topic, which is health is not about numbers. So first, let's get into the life updates. So since the last time I uploaded a video, which I believe my last one was a curly hair tutorial, if I'm right, hopefully. So if I am, go check that out if you'd like to see it. But since that video, I have had some updates in my life, and exciting projects that have come to fruition and that I have launched, and I am so excited to talk about on here and just share with you guys what's going on. So the major thing that has happened is I launched an online health coaching business. Woo! Yes! Finally did it. It's something that I have wanted to do for so long. I've actually been certified as a health coach for over 6 years, and it's just taken me this long to finally get it together and make sure it's out there for the world to know and see. I've had clients here and there, people who have come to me and asked me to help them out with their health goals, and just along the journey make sure that they have the right support and information. And I finally just decided, like, let me make sure that everybody knows that I'm here and available as a resource for you if you need help. So that is up and out there. I will definitely put that link in the description box below. So that is like the major thing. Other than that, there hasn't been that many other life updates. That's just been a major one that's taken up a ton of time, and all well worth it time, but definitely a lot of effort to get that out there for you guys. So please check it out. I would love any feedback you guys have on it. And if you have any questions regarding health coaching, please leave them in the comments and I will get back to you, of course, with anything that I can. So moving on from that major life update, at least to me that's a major life update, wanted to talk about the subject. Hopefully, just one quick thing, hopefully you can't hear the mowing in the background. You probably can, but apologies if you can. Nick is out there mowing our massive yard. It's like his favorite thing to do. I can actually see him from the window here. So the other topic I wanted to cover, health is not just about the numbers. So I actually did write a blog post about this, but I wanted to talk about this with you guys in case watching video is better for you, and sometimes it's just easier to get more out when I'm talking on a video. But a lot of confusion about health these days, or always, and now I feel that it's more confusing because there's so much information out there and everyone is sharing what works for them, which is amazing, but it just doesn't necessarily work for everybody else. So I just wanted to talk about one thing that a lot of people tend to focus on when it comes to health and wellness and nutrition and just, you know, feeling your best fit and healthy life, and numbers is just a huge part of it. So for so long in the fitness industry, it's been, you know, you have to, you know, be this certain body fat percentage, or you have to be this certain weight for your height. You got to make sure that you drink enough, like a ton of ounces of water, and there's just so much that's like numbers driven, like make sure you eat this much protein and carbs and fats and all of these things, and make sure you're weighing everything out, and it's a lot. It's exhausting, right? Like, it's just so much information and it's so exhausting. Give me 1 second. I'm going to shift this because the sun is moving and I feel that it's bright over here, but not over here. So I'm just going to move this. All right. So hopefully you can't see like massive mess behind me. So I think this is better. So yes, there's massive confusion, and it just feels like a lot of pressure and a lot of things to watch out for and to keep track of and all of the things. So what I really want to stress so much when it comes to health and wellness and fitness and nutrition and just overall well-being is it's so much more than the numbers. Or actually, you know, it's not even much more than numbers. Most of it doesn't have anything to do with the numbers. So for example, let's say you have really high blood pressure. That number matters. Yes, that number matters. Or your cholesterol is super crazy high. It is, you know, the average, you know, max is usually 200 and you're at like 275. That number matters because it's a massive indicator of heart disease or risk for heart disease. So those numbers do matter. But there are so many other numbers that people tend to focus on that don't really matter. For example, the number on the scale. That number doesn't really have as much significance as we think it does. Yes, if you are 500 pounds, it's definitely gonna matter. Or you are an excessive amount over the amount of weight you should be for your height. Yes, that matters. But there's so many other factors that contribute to you feeling your best self beyond that number on the scale. It's things like your energy levels. How are you feeling? Like someone who may be 5'2" and is 100 pounds, you may think that they look great because they're thin and pretty much is basically it. They could look really thin and maybe they are toned and all those things, but maybe their energy levels are so terrible, like they cannot make it through the day. That's an indicator that maybe their health is not at its optimal. So just because the scale says that they are 100 pounds, which for some people may be their goal, the energy levels are just not there. Or they get headaches all the time and things like that. So all of these things are very important to keep in mind. Some of it is, or a lot of it is, how you are feeling, not necessarily what the number looks like. It's really about how you're feeling. So how are you sleeping? How are your energy levels? How do you feel after you eat certain meals? Or how do you feel if you did some intermittent fasting? Or are you feeling dehydrated? Things like that, like all of those things matter. How is your digestion? Do you always feel like you have a gurgly tummy? Things like that are all just going to contribute to your overall health and well-being. So if you go and see a traditional doctor, which disclaimer, there's nothing wrong with a traditional doctor or seeing one, but if you are seeing one and you feel great and your energy levels are totally fine and your digestion is on point and you're sleeping well and all of the great things, you know, you step on the scale and your doctor says, based on your height and your weight, this is where your BMI is, and technically that's obese. Let's not just take those two numbers into consideration. There's a lot more that we need to talk about other than those two numbers that pretty much just say we go from here, and we come to a number, and that's it. There's no other factors that's being taken into account. I know this from a good friend of mine. This happened to her. She went through, dieting all through her life, and then she finally found some balance, and she wasn't like an overly big girl or anything like that. She just always kind of wanted to have a smaller figure. And so finally she found what worked for her. She was working out the way that she wanted to. She was eating the way that she wanted to, and she felt great. Then she went to the doctor, and the doctor went ahead and did that whole BMI based on, here's your weight and here's your height and this is where you're coming in at. And basically told her she was obese, even though she was doing all the right things. She looked great. And she was doing all the right things, and it made her feel so discouraged. And I remember us talking about it and her being like, I just don't understand. Like, I don't understand why I'm doing everything right and I'm still coming up obese. And I'm like, it's literally a number on a chart. It's not, this is a generalized chart that doesn't factor in all of the other things that matter. So just because you come off on this sheet as saying obese, it doesn't necessarily mean that that's really what you are. You gotta look at yourself in the mirror. You've gotta consider all of the amazing things that you're doing and really take a huge deep dive within yourself about how you are feeling, like truly feeling. So, yeah. that's what I really wanted to talk about. Hopefully I got my point across. I didn't want to script this. I didn't want to like write all these notes, but I do have a blog post out there that if for some reason this isn't making sense, please go check it out. That will also be in the description box with a link. And yeah, I'm definitely wanting to do more videos like this. So if I'm totally off and I shouldn't be doing videos like this, please let me know in the comments below. And if you love them, also let me know that. I am all about the feedback culture here, so please just let me know what you guys think. And I will talk to you guys next time. Peace.